your thoughts on going to the Final Eight?
Fourth year we've tried, and I'm so glad we finally got it. Just so ready to go.
Did you think that it wasn't ever going to happen, or as a senior, 3 times?
It definitely seems like it has, slipped through our fingers way too many times.
Okay, sorry.
Let's go back. You're talking about not, the 3 times, and you hadn't gotten out of Super Regional. Now here you are going over.
No, we hadn't even gotten to Supers in my 4 years, so this is the first year. But yeah, it definitely seems like it had the ability. But I think this year, this team was something different than any team I've been on here before, and we wanted it more than I think we've ever wanted it before. So.
Mackenzie, what were your thoughts coming into this game after losing after the team lost the first game of today?
Well, I thought we were just getting warmed up, actually. At the end of the game, we were finally hitting. So I was feeling really good, and talking to the team, talking to the coaches, we were all feeling really good, and we felt like it was kind of right where we wanted them. And then again, it did take a little bit for us to warm up hitting, but once we did, we really went out with a bang. So I think it really came together, and we started playing what we know is Williams softball at the end of the game more so. But we also kept pushing and kept the defense strong, which helped us be able to get to that point where we could finally blow it up.
We talked about this weekend in a game where you're not getting any runs and you're in the circle. Do you feel like you have to be perfect on every pitch, or?
I'm just trying to get outs and get balls that my defense can make plays on. I'm not thinking too much about it really, and I think my defense did such a great job picking me up. And I mean, even after I gave up that home run, I knew that was we could fire up and get ready to come back, and we did.
What was the pick? What were you looking for on the home run? Or were you just trying to make contact?
Yeah, Coach, a second before I went up to bat was we're winning, all you need to do is get a hit, just base hit, right? And I was yeah, definitely. I was right there with her, and I saw it. I felt like I was seeing the ball pretty well all day, and I really wanted to make up kind of for the last one that didn't go over, so I was I
just do it again.
Yeah, make sure it's non-contested.
Hold on. Well, that pitcher, she had Riley pitched in tournament, 11 scoreless innings. What changed for you guys going into that 6th inning when you broke it up?
Honestly, I think we saw her enough, and we were finally ready to make adjustments and get those hits. And we kept pushing it. We took advantage of an error, and we kept on them and kept putting pressure on them. And obviously, when she came in that second time, we had tied it up again. So I think that changed our mentality, and we were all in at that point.
Yeah, I mean, all game I thought. We were out there and we were we're just having so much fun. All game. It was a lot of fun, and I think you could tell in the dugout that even if we were down or even what was going on, we were just there playing softball and enjoying the moment, and I think that was a huge part. It was just a regular day, So.
Brooke, you want to talk a bit about your start today? You were on, so you just looked so good today after you haven't pitched quite as much as you did sophomore, junior year, but you look ready to go and everything was working.
Yeah, I knew this was no matter what, my last game on Coalfield, and I just had to go out and do everything that I could to give us the best shot to, keep playing. And I definitely was feeling probably better than I ever felt, and I just was ready. I wanted to pitch.
What do you guys think about going to Oklahoma?
I can't believe it.
I'm so happy. It's really our dreams. I mean, you always see it on the TV, and even though we're not playing D1 softball where the stereotypical World Series is, it's so amazing to still play on those fields and play at such a high level. And I'm so happy to do this for our seniors. They've put in work for so long, and it's finally here.
Absolutely.
and you're not the only NESCAC team going out to
Yeah.
Oklahoma City.
Yes.
The battles that you guys had all year with them and with everybody, what does it say that the two New England teams, two NESCAC teams are playing for, have a chance to play for a national championship?
I'll tell you what it says, that everybody else is full of crap when they really don't have a lot of respect for New England. So I'm super excited. It's hard to root for Amherst in general, but for sure I was this weekend, and it was really exciting for our league, and all the teams should really feel a lot of pride in that. There was close games, all up and down. Teams that was last place in our league, pushed us really hard. So it just from the whole league. Really is an amazing place to come play softball.
The players to see Amherst there, the two of you there. What does it say about the level of softball that you've had to get through all year to get to that point?
I mean, I think the great thing about having them there is it's gonna, at least personally, remind me of the one game that we lost, and it's gonna just fire me up, and just like what's gonna be really exciting about that is like I felt like that game that we lost against them was a turning point for our team, and that's just going to be in my mind throughout Oklahoma, and I hope that we face them or whatever happens. But yeah, I'm excited.
What's that?
Coach, talk about 12. Shut out in the first game. Goose eggs are coming up there, and I noticed you started to try to play a little bit more small ball. Little bunting, little stealing. Just your thoughts on, because I know you usually like to play. Hit. Get
they weren't playing the kind of ball that I wanted to play when they hit it over the fence, so I had to. No, I mean, sure, we were trying a bunch of stuff, and some of it, came up looking like good decisions, some of it came up looking like bad decisions, just trying to get something going. There's an awful lot of good hitters in that lineup. It's really hard for me to call upon ever, but it felt like we needed to try to force a mistake or do something a little bit differently. So it actually didn't work, but we just battled. I mean, I've said all year, but certainly the last couple of weeks, like when it gets tough, we just have to keep going. That's why they give you 21 outs, and let's just keep on. But a great group of players, a great group of kids, and as like you said, and you've heard however many press conferences in a row we've had that all said the same thing, which is like this is a team unlike what none of the teams have been on here, and they really love each other, and we're all in on that. It's really fun to be around.
You in the sixth inning, Jess beats that hit, and then you get the break with on the fielder's choice.
Yep.
And just did it feel like you were gonna, once you got a break like that, things were gonna start coming?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it certainly felt, as you alluded to, like we were putting up the goose eggs and nothing was going right. We were actually hitting her pretty hard a number of times, right? But it's hard to see that. It doesn't feel like it when you're out. So we just had to keep on doing the same thing we're doing. And I think we got away from our mechanics at the plate a little bit. We talked about that, where we were just trying to hack, and we just got back to taking good swings on good pitches, and that's really all there is to it. Not easy, but it's pretty simple.
Mackenzie, when you hit the double, did it feel like that was like everybody you could exhale and things were going to start to happen?
Yes, I was just so pumped up, and I wanted to make sure everyone else was as pumped up. Yeah, I mean, especially coming right off a home run, hit the last inning off of my pitch. I knew that was it. That we were on our way to winning that game, and it felt great to be able to bring my team up with that hit.
Okay. Congratulations,
Thanks, guys.
you
Thanks, guys.
so much.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.